Hey, and welcome to this video where today I'm going to be walking you through how we're generating one of our clients 10 qualified appointments every single day, all through outreach without spending any money on paid ads either. So profitability is extremely high. If you don't know who I am, my name is Lawrence. I've built and scaled 2 agencies, Lawrence Marketing and now Hey You, where we help other marketing agencies get more qualified appointments on their sales calendar. The reason I want to share with you how we're doing this is so that you can take the exact frameworks that are working right now and implement them in your business. And we've been able to generate 10 qualified appointments every single day for this particular client in 3 steps. Now, before I get onto these 3 steps, I will just tell you a little bit more about this particular client. They're in a little bit of a different industry to most. They're in the podcast area, and what they do is they help business owners get onto podcasts where their ideal prospects are that podcasters' audience. So they introduce them to podcasters and get their clients onto podcasts. Not your kind of everyday typical run-of-the-mill marketing agency. And before we started working with this particular client, they generated all of their appointments through word of mouth and referrals, which is very typical of the clients that we work with. And they had no control over the growth of their business. They were really reliant on people kind of just showing up and finding them through word of mouth, basically. And it led to a bit of unpredictability in their growth, in their revenue, in their finances, across their whole business. And it's funny how big an impact a lack of predictability when it comes to sales calls can have that ripple effect across the whole business, basically. But we're not here to talk about what they were doing in the past. We're here to talk about how they're now generating 10 qualified appointments every single day through cold outreach and the systems that we've built inside their business. As I say, 3 main steps. First thing is all about what we're saying. We're taking a rather different service, which is getting somebody introduced on a podcast, and we're trying to take away the mechanics of what that thing is. So in our languaging, we're not really talking about podcasts, and this is something that you need to make sure that you're doing in your outreach, is you're not really talking about the mechanics of what you're delivering, but more about what that opportunity can give to your ideal prospects. So instead of us talking about what we will do is we will reach out to 10 different podcasters, we will make sure that you know what to say, we will do this, we will do that, we will tell you what camera to buy to make sure that you come across in the right way, and whatever they might do from a mechanical standpoint, what we're focusing on is what their clients are going to get from that podcast. And that is generally eyeballs, it might be number of leads, it might be the number of appointments booked on their calendar. It's about focusing on what that end desired result is from going on that podcast. So the first thing you need to focus on is, what am I actually saying? And is this what my clients actually want? Because nobody wants to sit on a podcast for an hour and talk to a complete stranger. Most people find it uncomfortable. They don't like being in front of camera. So you don't want to be talking about the mechanics. You need to be talking about the end result. So that's kind of lesson number 1. That's the first thing that we implemented with this particular client. The second thing is how we delivered that message. So once we've crafted that compelling message, the last thing we want to do is spend all that time working on that and then just kind of blast out to everybody. So what we did is we took a very highly personalized, highly tailored approach to prospects. And there's one thing I always say is we want to find something that works well. And then when it works well, then we look to scale it. We're not concerned about finding something that's extremely scalable to begin with, because it's much easier to scale something that works instead of trying to find something that works and is scalable at the same time. So we worked on creating something very unique in terms of delivery of that message, and then we looked to scale it. So we were creating, for this particular client, we're creating personalized videos. So addressing the prospect on a first name basis and creating a 100% personalized video. And only once we were getting good results will we then thinking, how do we scale this? And we've now removed that bottleneck completely, and we're now able to send, within reason, unlimited number of personalized videos every single day. And for this particular client, we are sending, I believe, 500 or 300 personalized videos every single day to generate those 10 appointments per day. And now he has something that is extremely scalable in his business. And if he wants to generate 20 appointments each day, he just needs to double the number of videos that he sends out each day. And he's able to do that because we first focused on finding something that works well and then looking to scale it, as opposed to the other way around. That's number 2. It was about delivering that message in a unique way that attracts attention. And then number 3, which I've kind of already alluded to, to is scaling it. So we start with something that is not scalable, and we do not care about whether this is going to take a long time to deliver, a long time to generate appointments. We are just looking for that confirmation that what we're doing is actually working. Only when it's working do we then look to scale it. So during a short-term period, scalability does not matter, but over the long term, you cannot grow your business if you are the person that is in control of all of your outreach. So what we did is we used a combination for this particular client of removing the business owner from the process, but also adding technology to expedite things as well. So if we take video as an example here, to begin with, you can be creating your own videos. And then once you found that it works, you can then hire somebody to create those videos on your behalf. And then once that works, you can think, okay, now how can I get either technology to help this person shoot more videos, or how can I get technology to completely replace them? So as I say, without sounding like a broken record, it's really, really important that you focus on something that works first before you focus on something that is scalable. So just to recap, we worked on messaging. What are we actually saying? And then we worked on how do we deliver that message that isn't going to get lost in this busy, noisy place that is the inbox? And how do we get it to stand out? And how do we get it to come across as something that nobody's ever seen before? And that's the only real way that you're able to generate such a big impact and get, a high volume, like 10 appointments on your sales calendar every single day. So, and then the third thing is scaling it, because obviously we didn't start out at 10 appointments every single day, but once we figured out how to scale it, then we were able to hit that 10 appointments. And now we're consistently generating 10 appointments every single day. If you want help generating appointments and getting appointments on your calendar, then what you can do is you can click that first link in the description where you can speak to myself or a member of the team, and we will explain exactly how we can do the same for you so you can generate similar results as well. If you've got value from this video, please hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you on the next one.